choking on something for like 4 minutes. Just bothering me. I don't know what. I don't know what it is. Whatever. Figured I'd just leave it up. I don't care. Don't care enough, you know? Not something I care about. Let's see here. Let's do some crap. Some crizap. I'm always told, Mitch, stop calling things crap, you know? Don't call the product crap. It's not the product that's crap. It's just my go-to adjective. What are we doing? Crap. It's Thursday. Sorry, just got done eating. Nah, I'm not getting sick. You know, this is what happens when I spend the entire day just like yelling, right? I mean, multiple streams, recording podcasts, videos, tutorials, you know, running around chasing the kids, and then hop on for another stream. Just got done eating some pizza. I'm like, just clearing my throat. Good to see everybody. Thanks, Ed, Muddy, Greg, Marky, Ronald. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. A couple things we're going to do. A couple things we'll do here. Oops. We are going to look at some sports betting to kind of start us off so we can see. Oops, I am like clicking through everything incorrectly. Look at some sports betting stuff so we can kind of see what the game lines look like right now. Then we're going to look at some stats, some projections, some Vegas, some DFS ownerships so we can talk about leveraging them tonight. And then we will go ahead and do a little bit of lineup building. So that's going to be your show tonight. And let's get started, all right? So I'm going over to the mysparry.com. I'm going to post this in chat right now if you want to check this out. What's up, Mike? I'm going to pin this message. You guys can check it out. I left it up. It's open. It's free for you to use right now. If you'd like to, you can use it just to kind of follow along, all right? So if you're trying to follow along tonight, by all means, open this bad boy up. So from here, you know, I was tinkering around with the projections model today, just kind of looking at this stuff, kind of trying to figure out, like, you know, and what way can I start to use this in addition to my DFS things, and stuff like that. So here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm on the wrong thing. I'm going to go to the Edge report, and I started to highlight this yesterday during last night's stream, and I highlighted one in particular, the Boston Red Sox, and I said play the over, and I took the over in the Seattle and Twins game. Both of those hit. Phenomenal. Felt good about them. Also did like Yankees under, I think. Yankees under might have been my third one. And so tonight I figured, you know what? I'm going to kind of show people where I'm getting this information from. And you, if you click in the chat right now, you have access to this right now with me. So if you want to try it out, you can try it out with me while I'm talking through it. And I think that'll be super helpful. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to use this a little bit tonight in regards to DFS. I'm going to try to find a process here where I'm using both of my content sites, why wouldn't I, where I have different models, and try to identify spots where, oh, you know what, this could be interesting for DFS. So I am going to go down to the totals. This is the total edges, all right? This is the middle of the screen. You can simply just click this button. It'll bring you right down to it. Now, a couple teams stood out immediately to me tonight. And I posted a tweet about it showing that we've got the Tigers here, where down at the bottom of the screen, I think you should be able to see this, the Tigers consensus Vegas implied run total 3.17, and the Sparry model has them at 4.8. That's fantastic. That's graded out as an A. And then over here, you can see the total for this game between the Tigers and the Angels. You know, Vegas implied 8.5 runs. Sparry model 10.4. 10.4. That is graded out as an A. So if you're using this and you're trying to apply how to use something like this for DFS purposes, whatever it might be, however you want to use it, here's what I'm going to do. I don't know what you want to do, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. What's up, CG? Good to see you. I'll get to your question, Chris Poo. That's a good one. So right now, Mike Carr says Tigers over. Let's go. Well, that's what I'm thinking too, right? And it's a nice edge on the implied run total. And we've got a 10.4 run implied Sparry total here for this game of 8.5. So you have an interesting spot here where, number one, you can go out of your way, make sure you try to get some Tiger stacks in Fantasy Cruncher or when you're hand building your lineups, whatever it might be. Number two, you can simply just game stack something like this where you have, you know, a healthy 10.5 runs, which, if you're looking at the entire model, is the highest total on the entire slate. Where else can you get edges here? Things like this. The Brewers, with a Vegas implied run total of around 6 runs, our model has them at 4.82. Now, why is this important? Because Brewers, when I go to the MLB Study Hub on teamriseorfall.com, the MLB Study Hub shows the Brewers as the chalkiest team on the slate tonight. We have a whopping 17.95% of all lineups are going to include some type of 2, 3, 4, or 5-man stack of the Brewers. This is the team stack ownership. So, my friends, Sparry says, where's that line? Sparry says that one not going to come to fruition. You're not going to be happy with that one based on this model. And the fact that they are only the 5th best team tonight on FanDuel, while they're the heaviest exposed for the public, it makes me just want to say, you know what? Screw this. I'm off them completely. I'm just going to take Milwaukee out of my player pool. German Marquez on the other side. German Marquez has always been very good at Coors Field. Here on DraftKings, we have a whopping 18.32% on that ownership for 2, 3, 4, or 5-man stacks on DraftKings. Highest there. But they're only 4th in our DraftKings ranking model. So I compared these two, and it comes together to a point where I'm looking at this saying, you know what? Number one, I want the under on the Brewers team total. All right. Number two, the game total, 10.5 down to 8.6. The game total hitting the under 10.5 looks delectable. And then in DFS purposes, I'm going to take something like that when I already felt the need to fade them today after today's 12:30 p.m. stream on Twitch. Now I'm just doing it and I feel strong about it. So Milwaukee, they're gone tonight. So when I get to my lineups here and I start putting everybody together and start putting all of this together DFS-wise, I am going to remove Milwaukee outright because I feel like now I've looked at the Sparry model that says Rockies or Brewers hitting the under. I already had identified earlier today on my DFS stream, I like German Marquez at 5.5K on DraftKings. So I want the under there in that game, and I want to get off the Brewers. So what I'll do is I'll go up the game filter tonight, and I'm just going to remove the Brewers. Yeah, that's what I would do. Now, if you want to leave them in because you want to get some exposure to Brandon Woodruff, then okay, that's totally fine too. What you can do is go to the hitters. You can sort by Milwaukee, the teams and the order real quick, and then you can just take out Milwaukee like this. And now you have no more chalk. You have no more chalk. Chalkier bats. You're off of them completely. And I've left Brandon Woodruff, who, why wouldn't you? I mean, he's going to be a fine option tonight as well. So I think that's going to be my play, is just to remove the Milwaukee bats, and then I don't have to worry about them at all. I don't want them as one-offs. I don't want them as a stack. I just want them gone. And I'll target Brandon Woodruff from the Brewers. I hope that makes sense, right? And I was like thinking about it while I was eating dinner, of all things, and I'm like, how can I highlight how I plan to use this? Here's another situation. We've got the Diamondbacks versus the Giants, two of the better pitching options on the slate today. Surprisingly, we have the Giants model here, 6.38 runs, coming off the back of a 13-run night last night, 20 combined runs in this game. Sparry model has it almost at 10 runs, so whatever books you find, whatever it's at, this would be quite the edge here. It's graded out as an A, taking the over up to 9.8 runs on the total, and on the Giants over 6. That's aggressive, but I like stuff like this. Detroit, LA, game total is going down. Yeah, okay, I'll have to look at that one. When was this updated? I thought we had an update time. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll look into that. That's a good one. It's a good question. It usually gets updated like 3 or 4 times per day, so I would imagine this is sometime over the last couple hours. So that's what I'm going to be doing, my friends. I'm going to be using this to try to identify different ways to not necessarily like poke holes in what I believe in for DFS, but kind of support whatever hypothesis I've already, contrived through my DFS research at the 12:30 stream. Here would be another one tonight, like looking at the Rays, where I already said I love the Rays tonight. Rays, Sparry model, well, they're already minus 176 favorite, but Sparry model has them at minus 270. Should be in a really good spot. Implied run total of 5.52 seems to sit right there with Vegas. So I like the Rays. And the Rays, when I look at the study hub, the second highest projected owned team tonight, and that might be one of those situations where I talked about it earlier today. I think due to this more recent trend of the chalkier teams beginning to do well, and night in and night out. I think I'm going to have to go out of my way to dive in deeper to this data, and I did tonight. Milwaukee, gone. Tampa, fine. I'm not going to touch Atlanta. I'm really not going to do anything to my player pool or my stacks exposures other than maybe cap certain teams if they're popping too high. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. All right, I'm going to grab these projections, and these are my first initial crunches. I have not done any today, and I figured we'd do them live together, make it nice and easy. So I'm going to go over here to advanced options. I'm going to set this up to something generic, create stack 4. Leave it on Eddie because I can crunch out lineups pretty quickly this way. And Milwaukee, bye-bye. All right, I'm going to clone this down to 3. And I just want to see where the initial projections are leading me. And I know CG's in stream, and he'll probably update these at some point while I'm talking here. That's how he rolls out. So here we go. FanDuel, I'm going to upload these. There we go. I've got the FanDuel projections. I'll get to those in a minute. All right, I'm going to calculate these bad boys. Going over to DraftKings. Here we go. I'm going to upload the data. DraftKings projections. There we go. I'm going over to Game Filter. Got that all set. All right, team stacks, 5 players. Let's delete these. I was doing stuff during today's stream. And here we go. 5. Sort by Vegas. Remove Milwaukee. Clone the stack. 2 players. All right, there we go. And let's pump out some 150 here. And this will give us kind of like a generic look at where's the projections taking us to start. All right, so Chris Metcalf, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for asking a question in chat. YouTube always so quiet compared to Twitch. 200 messages per Twitch stream. I'll throw out the first question. How would you go about comparing stacks like Tampa and Atlanta, or excuse me, and the Angels, and deciding on one for a small field entry today? Looking forward to the single entry review streams. Yeah, man, tomorrow we're starting off our single entry series. We're going to be spending a lot of time in lineup study right here on Fantasy Cruncher and be doing a ton of research on the lineup construction, how big the stacks are, if people are using chalk or not, and we're really going to dive into everything we can for the single entry series. So 12:30 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, 12:30 Eastern on twitch.tv/teamriseorfall. How many lineups do I play regularly? So most nights I play 150 on FanDuel and 150 on DraftKings. I'll usually have more entries. Like tonight on FanDuel, I think I'll have 3. I haven't entered anything yet. I'll actually have to see what's there still. I'll have probably about 325, and on DraftKings, I'll probably max out the first mini max if it's still up, and then the second one. So 300 entries. But I'll run the same 150 lineups across both. Love the Rays tonight. They have the highest fly ball percentage. All right, that's a wild thing to hang your hat on. All right, so we're at 120 lineups right now. And here, and I'm about to show you why. This is FanDuel. So look at the team stacks. Insane amount of LA. I'm not trying to play an 8-game slate, 150 lineups, and have 87% of all my stacks have an Angel stack. So I'll go to my advanced options. Now I'm going to cap them to some extent. I got to do something. So maybe my big side, I'll do, let me refresh this later. I'll do 50%. Okay. And then on my 3-man side, I am going to go and do like a smaller 20%. And with the Angels specifically, since I'm going to end up with so much of them on my large side, maybe I do something like this. All right, and I recalculate. And this is why I like to see what the initial projections are giving me. It matters. It matters. And Joe Musgrove at 100%, if you don't feel good with that, you'd have to tweak your pitching pool a little bit and like the projections. You probably have to maybe add some randomness, cap his exposure, something like that. Launch angles are all, I mean, they've been in the rage for years. They're nothing new. They're not new. Barrels, launch angles, all this garbage. I'm not debating their usefulness, but I think DFS more so is what's the ownership, what's the upside, how can I leverage it? Honestly, that's DFS in a nutshell for me. No more, no less. What's the ownership? What's the upside? How can I leverage that? The rest is irrelevant to me. Team stack. All right, same thing's going to happen here, just an insane amount of LA. So we're going to stop this real quick, and I'm going to go up here to the team stack section. I'm going to do something very similar. We'll go 45% on the fives, and then two-man side. We'll cap it kind of low. All right, try to spread out my exposure a little bit. And then specifically with LA, since I'm going to end up with a ton of them in the five-man stacks, I'm going to put them quite low down here because I'm going to get enough exposure tonight. Make sense? Sniff says, smells like money tonight for the ROF fam. I hope so, man. I've always completed my research on called, check, swing, strikes, called by third base umps. Good luck with that. What's up? What's up, Javian? Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate it. All right, so let's see where this one ended up. So these are the updated exposures. And my friends, this is basically what you're watching me doing with the initial projections. This is not final projections, by the way. What you're watching me do right now, and I also would change my gaps. I don't roll with any gaps when I create. What you're seeing me do right now is basically how I build my actual lineups. I will go through and I'll crunch, and I want to see like, well, what's going to happen if I just run it raw? All right. So check this out. So we get Atlanta, Yankees, Tampa, Baltimore, LA. Like they end up being tons of exposure here. And this is because I capped them at 20%. I mean, all three of them hit the 20% mark. LA hit the 50%. Atlanta was the third highest owned team. Tampa the second. I think Yankees were like fourth or fifth. But I don't have Milwaukee, so I'm okay with it. And like this is something, actually, I'm looking at this. Like I like this a lot. Like I think the only thing I'll do at this point is probably update projections, number one. Number two, I will change the gaps for the stacks. And probably the third thing I would do is take a peek at the pitcher pool. And I'm not even sure who's on the mound tonight. And I would probably take a look at this pitcher pool and see if there's anybody specifically I'm trying to get access to. And if so, what do I have to do to get there? Like, am I going to have to bump Ohtani's projections? Do I have to do anything for Woodruff tonight to get, some exposure there? If Gossman, if I want exposure to him. But like, when I'm looking at these pitchers, and the only guy I really might want to get exposure to is German Marquez, but only on DraftKings because he's 5.5K over there. Joe Musgrove, I mean, maybe, Does anything change here? We'll find out. Let's check out DraftKings. We'll do the same thing. Only mini stack from Angels for you. Okay. Oh, crap. CG. How do you survive in public? Do I use FC for single entry GVP and DK? Dude, I use FC for everything. Cash game lineup? Yeah, I'm crunching a lineup unstacked. Single entry? Yeah, I'm crunching out a lineup for my night. Like, this is all I do differently. I go here and I hit the number 1. There we go. I'm going to get one single entry lineup, and that's how I would make my single entry for the night. I don't hand build garbage. Well, there's no freaking reason to hand build anything in 2021. All right, let's take a peek here. So this is much better. I like that a lot. The one thing I do not like right now, and I'm already seeing it, so projections kind of jamming in some of these guys at extremely high rates. Anthony Rendon, and hold up, Ohtani is getting shoved in there. Actually, we got to look into this. Oh, no, that was pitcher. Okay. All right, that's fine. I'm going to have to cap probably hitters. So I would go to advanced options, general. Actually, let me do it this way. I'm going to click the hitters tab. Let me shrink my screen again. And then if you scroll over the far right, exposures right here, click this little, those 3 little lines. All right. And then this little notepad, and then you could change the exposure to hitters, whatever percentage you want. 40%. There you go. All hitters, 40% or less of. So if Anthony Rendon is being jammed in there, you won't get more than 40% of him. And he likely is going to end up in the majority of that 40% of his exposure is likely going to end up in his Angel stacks. Yeah, no problem, Javen. Happy to answer your question. Walsh and Upton. Yeah, all right. My question for you is this, we the people. So do you not like the Angels, but you just like them specifically? Because if you like the Angels, capture all the upside you can. And why are we capping ourselves at a two-man stack? Is there another team you like better? So you're trying to get a five-man stack of a different offense? What's up, Reynolds? Reynolds says, the Rise or Fall family is incredible. I'm usually Naldi Boy on the Twitch and Discord chat, but YouTube is what sold me. To anyone watching, the family is real. Dude, how freaking nice is that, man? That is too kind, dude. Are you serious? Thank you very much for that. Shoot, man, that was very generous of you to say that. There it is. That's our subscribe link. If anybody wants to check it out, it's a very nice, affordable product. You know, your first month, actually it's $29 a month. You get $20 to Fame Scruncher, which you're watching me use. You get $20 to FC every month. So give it a look. Thanks, Reynald. That was very kind. I only like them specifically. Oh, okay, because I like Tampa and Atlanta better. All right. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, when I go back to the study hub, check them out. Tampa's right here. They are the number one ranked team tonight, and Atlanta's fifth. And I took out Milwaukee, who is fourth. Leaves us with, Tampa, New York, Atlanta. I'm not touching Toronto tonight. They didn't really pop at all either, so that's fine with me. LA, way down here, ownership at fourth. Our ranking has them 10th. I could not figure this one out. The model's been too good to avoid, or too good to fight against this year, but this is one of those times where, like, I'm going to embrace LA getting jammed in there. It's not like they're hitting poorly. Their last 245 at-bats against right-handed pitchers, 329 WOBA, 186 ISO. So it's not like they've been bad. They've not been great. Slightly above average. The Angels can always pop off. Great matchup tonight, too. John D'Amico. He goes, yeah, bro, Discord is very helpful. No fighting or any of that crap. We never have that. It is crazy. We're going on 9 months. Everyone's super supportive. All positive energy. Thank you so much, man. John, what's up, baby? Porter, good luck tonight, dude. He dropped 5 gifted subs in Twitch today. Comes in here, drops 25 donos in YouTube. Thank you, man. Hey, run good tonight, dude. Hit another $800 for us, would you? This guy's a high roller. Thank you for that. This is very generous. All right. Let's see where we are. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, the only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do this with my hitters too on FanDuel. Hitters, I'm going to scroll over to the far right. I'm going to cap them specifically about 40%. It's a good number for me, 40, 50%. I don't always do stuff like this, but I've been tinkering around in lineup rewind, trying to find a way to get myself out of this hole. I won like $1,500 on FanDuel over the course of a little over 6 weeks. I was up about $700 on DraftKings, and I have lost 5 of 7 nights over the last week. And I'm trying to kind of like fight back a little bit, right? I'm trying to dig myself out of this hole because currently it's been a rough, and the worst part about it over the last 7 days, of course, after 6 weeks of success, I cashed out in like 20 of 30-something slates, 35 slates or so. It was unbelievable. So, of course, what did I do over the last 7 days? Well, what would you all do? I scaled up. Come on. I maxed out the 555 on FanDuel like a week ago. It was like the worst night of the entire year for me. Out of the $802 in, like I returned like 400. Lost like 402 in one sitting. I was like, it won't happen again. So I maxed the 444 the next night. Same thing, lost half of it. Next night, I think I was like, all right, I'll freaking go back to the nickel, the quarter, and the $2 bean ball or whatever. And then, of course, I win like $300. So then I go back and I max out the 444 the next night and I lose again. It was like, I just can't get it, It was just, I don't know. It happens every single time you scale up, You're doing well, you're on a hot streak, couple months, 6 weeks, whatever, and then you scale up and you just get kicked in the butt. I changed nothing either. I changed nothing. Give me a second. Let me see what type of contests are left. Oh, man, I waited too long to enter. Sheesh. Let's do this. I feel good about this one tonight. I'm doing 50 entries into the $9.99 on FanDuel, the MLB rally. Try to get that in before that closes out. Let me check DraftKings real quick. Man, I mean, I missed like all the contests I like entering. We're going to try something. We're going to do 15 entries. I just feel like having some fun tonight. I got a little extra coin to do this, so I'm going to throw 15 extra entries into the bat flip. 50K to first. Let's have some fun with it. See, have some fun with it. I got to celebrate. We paid off a car loan finally. 6-year car loan. Sheesh. Freaking car loans. But we got that bad boy done, so celebration time, huh? And these are just going to be my placeholders. Wait for the final lineups. Or excuse me, wait for the final projections. And I'll wait for the stacks model to update in Discord. This will be fun, though. This will be fun. Get some skin in the game. I'm going to open up the questions, and we'll chat together. Awesome. All right, got my entries in. Now I feel good. Do a single entry prep for tomorrow's stream. Ooh, not a bad idea. Only been a member for a month, and I had more takedowns than I had all last season. Let's go, baby. John Mother Brother Porter. Yeah, I love that. Dude, thank you for the kind words, man. People like you are my favorite because this is completely unsolicited, and it's totally helpful for our stream and our company that, you know, I mean, we're less than $1 a day, and we don't want to raise the prices. And we don't have like a marketing team. So whenever you all say those extremely nice things, like that's our marketing. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. I hope in a month or two that people are talking about Sparry the same way people talk about teamriseorfall. That it's just like a super helpful company, just a great atmosphere in Discord. But that's the link right there if you want the MLB Edge tonight. The entire MLB and NBA tab's completely free for you to use right now. By all means, you end up wanting to join later, give it a look. It's up to you. It's very cheap again. I mean, it's less than 67 cents a day or something like that. Like, it's very cheap. I never want anything that I'm a part of to be expensive. So try to keep the overhead low, and there we go. You should have more likes on these streams. Oh, thank you, Barry. Yeah, I mean, I never understood that. I guess I'm supposed to ask for it. Watch what happens. We got 11. Hey, if you guys are watching the stream right now, hit that like button and hit the sub button if you want daily. If you like daily content that's free, support it with a like. Hit the sub button. Come back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Also, catch us on twitch.tv/teamriseorfall every day at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, the YouTube world is like totally bizarre to me. You know, this is really my first week streaming on YouTube in a long time. I barely ever do. I'm on Twitch daily during the middle of the day. I like those streams. Very energetic. Everyone's kind of popping off. A lot of questions, a lot of game theory. Had a full conversation with DFS. One of the best DFS players in the world today was in our Twitch stream, yapping it up with me and Porter, talking shop, telling me why I'm wrong on multiple things. And I love that. I love the banter. We get on YouTube, and I never really know, like, what's the YouTube vibe? And then I watch other streams, and it's a lot of the YouTube streamer often is just yapping, and then the chat just listening or talking to each other in chat, but never really with the streamer itself. It's so bizarre to me. Like, I want to engage with you more than anything else. I don't want to just talk. What do you guys want to look at? Stacks, ownerships, pitchers, projections, fantasy cruncher. You want to look at more of this stuff? You want to look at the money lines? You want to look at who wants to look at some monkey knife fight tonight? You want to look at monkey knife fight? Oh, look at that. So, see, Beery, that's what I'm supposed to say. I said, after you made that comment, I said, hey, just hit the like button. It went from 11 to 25. YouTube equals who to locks? Yeah. You ain't wrong. People just want to see the answer, and they're not here to engage as much. I appreciate my members showing up to chat a little bit, though. So, this has been a gold mine, I've been told this week, because one of the issues people have on Monkey Knife Fight is they'll often have the site open, and they don't exactly know, like, they're not cross-referencing thing. Because it's easy when you're on Monkey Knife Fight to simply just, by the way, let me drop this in chat. Why the heck not? I got my loyal following here. Click that. If you guys use this code and I get the email trigger that you used it, I'll give you a free month of Sparry. I will. I'll give you a free month of Sparry. And I'll give you the draft kit on teamriseorfall.com. So use that Monkey Knife Fight code and a free month of Sparry, all yours. All yours. 10 in 40, 147 last night using the tools and watching videos. Since joining, wins paying for my subscriptions with a lot of money left over. Thank you very much, Captain Smith. Y'all are too kind. So I was beginning to tell you guys, so when you are over there on Monkey Knife Fight, I'm not even logged in, but that's okay. Here we go. So when you're over here on Monkey Knife Fight, here's what people do. Click like Star Shootout. They do something like this, right? And they're looking at it. And instead of having projection source open of some sort, because a lot of sites do not give these projections. 1.5 total bases, Jock Peterson. Like, where the heck do you find this? More or less? Freddie Freeman, hit and walk over 1.5 or less than 1.5? Well, the beauty of Monkey Knife Fight, you can search these people. Look at FRE. Look at Freddie Freeman. So we have him for walks and hits. His line over there is 1.5. All right. Look at this, because we automatically update it. It's an API feed. Freddie Freeman, 1.5. Well, check this out. We have him at 1.58. So if you wanted to play this line over there, boom, Freddie Freeman, more. Now, is this a nice edge? 1.58 is not much higher. Like, I kind of would want to see like a 1.7, 1.8. Projections update. Yeah, William. Oh, on the Team Rise or Fall? I don't know. Check the alert channel in Discord. That'll be updated. Jock Peterson. Let's type in Jock. Jock Peterson, 1.5. We have him at 1.28. All right, so I'm going less. Joe Musgrove, pitching strikeout, 7.5. There's Joe Musgrove. We have him at 7.5. And then, so like you could look at this and say to yourself, like, what side do you want to be on? And if this is not the play for you, if you're like, it's too close, don't play it. Don't play it. You don't have to play it. Who said you have to play that? Woodruff or Musgrove? Oh, so look at this one. This is a nice matchup. Musgrove, we have 7.5. How many strikeouts does Woodruff have? Do we have him for 6.5? All right, so Musgrove is your strikeout pitcher. Tatis versus Freeman for runs and RBIs. Tatis, runs and RBIs, 1.92. Freeman, 1.32. Okay, Tatis. Oh, and they give him a half a point, a half a run in RBIs. So that's fine, 182 versus 192. And then Jock, total bases was 1-3 something. And then Engel, what's his name? Adam Engel. 1.5. And he gets a half a base? All right, so that's 2. There you go. How freaking sick is this? Choose your buy-in. Make your money. Sweet. Let's see here. How do you look at your single entries? Do you push more a cash game outlook or the same process as an MME? I'm not a big single entry player for MLB. I think it's too volatile. I'm not a big fan of that. I like MME. But if you are going to single entry, I am playing single entry like I'm playing a tournament, my friend, because it is a tournament. It's not cash. I am stacking it the same way I would any other tournament lineup. If it's DraftKings, I'm going 5-2. If it is FanDuel, I'm going 4-3. Now, the only thing that would change my answer there is if you told me, well, Mitch, the contest is only 68 people. Okay. Well, we're talking a smaller tournament like that. Well, then, okay. All right. You know, I probably don't need a 5-2 on DraftKings anymore. There's only 68 people. We're talking the 121 or something on DraftKings. I don't need a 5-2 anymore. I don't need a 5-2. Probably go like a 3-3, 3-2. Or if we're on FanDuel, you know, 3-3. We're talking about the $100. Remember the $100 dunk for those 68 people through the NBA season on FanDuel? Whatever the, you know, parallel entry is for MLB, the $100, whatever it is, home run. It's 50-something people. Like, yeah, you probably don't need a full 4-3, 4-4 stack. You could play a little bit closer to cash. But if we're talking like just you're throwing a single entry dart into something, it's tournament style, man. You're trying to take first place. And inherently, you're playing for top-heavy tournaments where, you know, the top 10 spots get 50% of the money. And you got to do something bold to get to the top. So play it like a tournament no matter what. A lot of people make the mistake of putting a cash game lineup into those too. So if you can cut even like 5% of the field off of there, I mean, beautiful. You're against 95% to get in the top 20% instead of 100% for the top 20%. Anthony, welcome back. You've been deployed. Thank you very much for your service, man. Oh, Life Uber. Dude, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Good to see you. I hope you're able to stay safe and you're doing well. Used to see you in Discord chat all the time. Twitch chat. Appreciate you, though. Thank you very much for the support, dude. And welcome back. It sounds like welcome back stateside. Hope you had a nice deployment. I see here. Does not look like projections are updated yet. Here's Discord. People are all yapping already about lineup stuff. Man, y'all been looking at Callaway's videos, by the way? Is he not the smartest freaking... He's talking about like delta, the delta between projection and ownership and stuff. Like this dude is brilliant, man. I love looking at his stuff. Callaway's Corner. Shoot. I got to update this bad boy. Look at this. 318 views this thing is. 90-minute video. All things strategy, fantasy cruncher, Excel. I mean, this guy's the best, man. This is just one smart man sitting down talking all next level thinking in math. Team math. Wizard, man. Guy's the best. Would you play 3 and 5 mans like MME lineup? Yeah, but you know what I'd probably do? I was thinking about this today. So I love that you asked that question, Matt, because what we're starting tomorrow on Twitch, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, is a new series. It's the single entry series, but I'm going to lump in 3s, 4s, 5 maxes and study those as well using Fantasy Cruncher lineup study because I don't play them. For MLB specifically, I'm MME all the time. There's like it's a rare time that I play cash or single entry in MLB for baseball. So I'm going to be studying so that I can answer those questions. Conceptually, I would probably have like 3 pitchers that I'd rotate through the 4 or 5 lineups. Stacks-wise, I'd probably have like 3, maybe 4 offenses that are rotating through with none of them at 100%. So like, let's say I had the Yankees in 3 of the 4 lineups. You know, they'd be a 5-man stack for 2 and then a 2-man stack for 1 of them. And then the 4th lineup, they're not in it. Make sense? So like that's what I would do. Something along those lines. But I don't know if that's the best way. I don't know if that's like the most optimal way to build for those 3 and 5-man tournaments. I really don't know. But that's what I'm going to find out over the next week through my Twitch streams. I'm going to hit the lineup study and really get to work on that. You guys are all amazing with knowledge and information. I tell you what, man, I appreciate that very much. The entire RF family does this all the time. Yeah, I was going to say, I tell you what I really like about what we've put together at ROF is that it's basically just a bunch of dudes, family lives, work life, like normal dudes who have played a ton of DFS. We have people on our roster with multiple live finals, and like nobody has like a big head. Nobody has a big head. That's crazy. Like CG and I full time, Scrosby full time, live finalist, Pug, 10-time live finalist, whatever he's up to now, and everybody else who works their butts off here all the time. Porter winning big money virtually across all sports all the time, and like no one's got a big head. I mean, you see Pug in there going like, hey, I'm doing this little extra thing tomorrow in Discord. And he just like dropped a little AMA in Discord the other day. Like, I love that. I love that. It's just a bunch of people who want to help. I never play 5 mans. The most I'll take is 4 on both sites. Are you talking about for stacking? You won't go 5 mans on DraftKings, even though that is like the highest probability of hitting over there. It's max correlation, dude. That's crazy. How's it work out for you? I would assume you're playing small contests, though, right? In which case it wouldn't matter. Let's see here. No weather tonight. Nothing to be mindful of. Like that. How do we get back in Discord? Let me get you. If this link does not work, just go to our homepage. It's on like every homepage for you. But if this link does not work, so I think that should work, but if it does not, like just go to the homepage, bro. And let's see, it should be like right here. Right here. Big blue Discord button. If you go to the MLB homepage, it'll be similar. Down here, Discord chat. I'm going to go to the projections, have those ready. Refresh these. Freddie Freeman, my dinger of the day. All right, Scotty. What are you leaning your hat on to get that call? I like it. You guys want to see some something cool in Study Hub? Will I have your attention? I'm actually just letting this stream run about 20 minutes. I would have stopped at 6 o'clock today, but I figure I'll just hang around, and if anybody wants to hang out with me while I'm like doing lineups, they can do that. I don't actually have to race upstairs. We have family in town, so kids are good. Like, I just have extra time. I'm legitimately like done streaming. I'm just kind of hanging out. So if you guys want to bounce, go ahead. But if you want to stick around, just hang out with me. Let's do it. Let's look at FanDuel. Watch this. I'm going to teach you guys something. Will I have your attention? Projections. Look, you see the alert just came up on screen. Bottom right-hand corner of my screen. You probably can't see it. But the projections alert just went off in Discord. There it is. See? Alert. Study Hub updated. All right, now let me show you something. I'm going to teach you something with the Study Hub. And every time I do this, half the chat is like, yo, no way. I've never known you could do all this. And the other half's like, yeah, Mitch, you've shown this before. Update 6:15. Thank you very much. Projections should be good to go then. Let's see. No, this page will take a couple minutes to update. It lags behind. All right, watch this. Let's go to FanDuel batters. All right. I've got the main slate. Oh, CG already had it filtered. Beautiful. Thanks, Chris. All right, and I'm going to go to, let's see. Let's go to the trends. Trend hitting. Batter trends. Here we go. I want to look at the last 30 days. Don't ever want to leave. Hey, welcome back, Dad. I'm going to go last 30 days. Check this out. I want a sample size of 70. So I'm going to click this little down arrow. Number filters greater than 69. So now I have 70 or more plate appearances. So my entire player pool now, people with 70 or more plate appearances, these are their splits. This is not just their total at-bats over the last 30 days. This is against handedness. So what that means is Christian Yelich, a lefty versus a righty, and German Marquez. Yelich, over the last 73 plate appearances against righties, has a 367 WOBA, 222 ISO, all this stuff, right? Now check this out. Number filters, I want greater than 0.4. Now this is my short list of batters whose splits over the last 30 days are over a 400 WOBA. Now, number filter greater than, let's go 0.25. That's over 250 ISO. Shrink the list down a little bit more. Oh, that didn't do enough for me. Let's go over 300. Greater than 0.3. Check this out. Here's your short list tonight. You guys want some hot hitters? Over your last 30 days, Vlad Guerrero has a 559 WOBA, 493 ISO, and it splits against righties. Austin Meadows against righties, 436 WOBA, 444 ISO, so on and so forth. Huh? Is that new? Trends? Dude, I freaking love this. I mean, CG, is this not a great screenshot to just share on Twitter every day? Just be like, here's your 400, 300 list, last 30 days. Plate appearances over 70. I'm sending this tweet out. These are good. These are good tweets. These are helpful for people. Can't help it. I want to get it out. There we go. Told you guys I was just kind of hanging out with you. Great tool, impressive. Yeah, I freaking love this tool. I had a lot of fun doing this. And like you could do this to figure out, you want to short a list. You want to look at, what if we didn't do 70 plate appearances? What if it was going to be, I wanted over 49. All right, well, look at my list now. It's a little bit deeper. All right, Joey Wendell, Ryan McMahon, Tyler O'Neill, Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker's just nuclear right now. Sheesh. Oh, and then you want to add in this. You want to look at ownership. Well, their ownership needs to be less than 9%. I did the less than, is it 0.9? I don't know how to do this. Yeah, whatever. You guys get the point. You go with math, you can do that. Any thoughts on Jose Urquidy tonight versus the White Sox? Let's go over to him. Look at me, DraftKings pitches. Tonight's ratings for pitchers. Urquidy is the 7th highest rating tonight. That's middle of the road, 7 out of 16. 79.56. Projected for 15.27, 193 value, and a 5% ownership. I like the ownership already. 4.23 implied team total he's giving up to the White Sox tonight, says Vegas. Let's see. Pitching stats over the last 2 years. 278 WOBA. Strikeout rate 20%. Splits. He's got the splits advantage to some extent tonight. I never like targeting the White Sox. Do we need him tonight? Let me sort by value. Just looking at value tonight. What's Urquidy's price? 79? I mean, I get it. He's certainly in play for tournaments. But I look at this and I just see like a couple names above right here, like German Marquez, man. Like his ownership's at 6% tonight. He's 5.5K. 0.09? Thank you, Matt. I'm not smart enough. But like Marquez, I don't get this low ownership, 5.5. It's not like Milwaukee's a bunch of world beaters. They strike out all the time. FanDuel. All right, let me look at FanDuel prices. Urquidy, 7,500. Yeah, he's in play for tournaments. Yeah. Now that's different because look at Marquez over there, 9K. Much, much different, right? Like that price tag on DraftKings, super budget. On FanDuel, he's overpriced. He's got one of the lower values on the entire slate on FanDuel, and on DraftKings, he's got the biggest. What does that say? Look at Joe Musgrove. Look at his value. That is crazy. 434, 0.52 higher than everyone else. Sheesh. Look at this nice pivot next to him, though. Charlie Morton. Half the ownership. Same price point. 8285. Same with Rich Hill. Good luck, Scotty. Thanks for asking, man. Let's see. Are these updated? I'm tired. I've been recording stuff like all day. You guys have no clue. All right. I'm going to go make some lineups, my friends. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Just kind of hanging out. Appreciate you. Keep feeling like it's Friday. It's not. Got another day here. Let me think. House cleaning items. What do we got going on? 12:30 p.m. stream tomorrow. We've got the 5:30 afternoon tomorrow night. And then on Saturday, we have the Best Ball live stream on Twitch. For Best Ball drafting Underdog again. Promo donuts. And, got the new website going. Again, remember, if you use the Monkey Knife Fight promo donuts tonight, give you a free month to Sparry. Sparry, totally free and accessible for everybody in chat right now. Please feel free to use it. And I'll see you tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Good luck. Hope